Then I had an unexpected incident, and yeah, we're no longer at the party. We're no longer in the garden party. Pre-show cup of tea is not there. Bottle of water is here. Disco is there. Yeah. Where did this go? Let's see how we go. You have no requests. I have no requests. Well, I'm sending him a request. Suggested people to invite. I invite Disco. Apparently. Random. Oh my God. What is happening?
Hello. Yes. Let's go. How are we doing?
I'm okay, mate. That's a bit of an odd start for the evening. I was expecting to be shooting in my garden, but I had an unexpected pain in my stomach and had to run.
Oh no, man. Sorry to hear that. Breaking news. But why were you in your garden?
Well, it was a garden party. You know, I was going to go into my garden and confirm there was no party.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was a business meeting.
Oh yeah. Well, I confirmed there was no business meeting because there was no one there.
Oh, okay. So it's all right to be a party then.
Well, yeah, I guess it would be
Right.
a party of me.
I wasn't really sure, so I just sort of like came prepared, you know.
Oh right, yeah. You put a shirt and tie on because you wasn't sure it was a business party?
No, I haven't worn a shirt in 18 months, bro. I just put a polo shirt on, and because he's got a collar, I done a tie up because it looked like a business meeting, like I did the other day.
Right. Oh, indeed. Oh yes. I even had my warm flask with me to keep me going because it is feckin' freezing out there. You know, got my hot chocolate.
Oh, lovely. With a little toddy in it, little tipple in it.
Oh, no. No, I don't have spirits in my house anymore.
Okay, well that was a great start to the evening. Anyway, I thought that was a good little joke for the party business meeting thing. So you've got your hot chocolate. I've got the Cobra. I can see the Cobra. I've got the Cobra here. It's a Cobra meeting.
Yeah, I've got Cobra.
Hey,
I've got Cobra. Hello, Shark.
What?
Shark, do you have Cobra in Los Angeles by any chance?
Well, no, because they have a completely different government system, Rasco. So they have whatever their equivalent of emergency planning is.
I was actually referring to beer, but yes.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Cobra
Yeah. That's the thing these days. You don't know. It's like a totally different language gets confused, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I got to admit, I haven't had Cobra in a long time. I can't remember the last time I had Cobra. It says world beer here, Rasco, so I guess it's all over the world. I mean, I'm sure it's so we shouldn't be doing it.
Evening, folks. Your PM couldn't join tonight. Being told to stay.
I don't know. I put it on when I put it on the Twitter, I put a little comma after the 10, so it reads, "Join us at 10 p.m." Prime Minister. Nice one. Cheers.
Very good.
I can't remember which of the big business, if any, owns Cobra. I'm sure Peter will happily tell us. I can't read the bottle again, but what do we think of Cobra? What's your thoughts on it?
Like you, I don't remember the last time I had this. I don't have high opinions of it. It's a fake Indian beer. It's made to look like Indian beer, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything much to say about it. May give it a bit of sniff, but if I've run away, there you go. I'm just going to get my bottle opener, which is gone, which is possibly outside. Oh, fuck.
Shark says Cobra the drink and the insurance, and I presume also the snakes. I don't know whether that's...
No. Well, I don't think so. They're Indian as well, Cobras.
Are they? That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you've got other types of...
poisonous animals.
Yeah, other poisonous snakes out there. All right, hang on. No, I haven't got my bottle opener yet. I've got my glass. Oh God. Oh, this is random. Anyway, Cobra.
Yeah,
I had to go
made in this country, you ask it. Oh, there, emulsion forge. So it's made in Burton, isn't it?
In Burton. Oh, okay. Right. I'm drinking Guinness Mint. Chocolate stout aged bourbon. Oh, that sounds lovely, Shark.
Superb, yeah.
Hello, Lucas.
One of the Guinness collabs that we don't really get here, anything other than straight Guinness, do we?
Yes. Pretty rare to see something adventurous from Guinness over here. That's just curious how you get it over there. We're slightly closer.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, gosh. All right.
Fairly clear, nicely carbonated. Like I say, not the best of them, but, you know. Cheers.
No. Cheers. Window. Yep. Cobra it up. Here I go, partying away when I'm not meant to be partying.
Should have got some streamers.
Have we?
I didn't get any party. Oh, no, I did get some party food, but all I got were crisps.
Oh. Boom. I didn't get any because, you know, I'm meant to have the party.
Exactly, party or business meeting. Are we gonna? We're not gonna address that, are we? Are you gonna go on a Rasco rant about the whole prime ministerial situation or not?
I don't think so. Well, I could spend 25 minutes assessing it. What do you think?
I was going to wear the jacket and tie for 25 minutes and then take it off at that point, but I had to get the joke out of the way and take it off. But I can put it on.
I don't think there's anything to say. This beer is crap. That's my opinion of that. Okay. After 2 sips, my carbonation has completely died. The smell is something. I don't know what it is.
Well,
in fact, I'm pretty sure it's a urine. Looking at it, it looks like urine.
A lot of beer looks like that because it's that kind of yellowy colour, but it's all right. It's like there's not a lot of taste or flavour to it. It's quite thin. It's sort of, again, it's like it's light and refreshing. It's got no like horrific flavours to it. There's no like anything. I can't tell. It's just, well, that's the thing about mass market beers, isn't it? It's the sort of thing you can just chuck down your neck without thinking about it, as long as it's cold. It'd be terrible if it was warm, but it's all right. I'd much rather like a German Pilsner or a Weiss beer or something. But
okay. James Brownsell, our political correspondent, has said, "I'm here, but I'm not here." That's nice to know that you're somewhere.
So thank you for looking in. If
you're here, 15 minutes and are living again. Oh, and living. Oh, that's great. At least one of us is living. Great. So what's gone on in the week? What you've done a challenge.
Yeah, it's been quite a fun week. Videos wise, I thought I'd better weigh in with some content on the YouTube. I've been a little bit lax on it, but I thought I'd done a couple of videos this week. Done a challenge on Thursday. It was not really a challenge. Well, it is a challenge, but it was like, it's got the word challenge in it. Scott just put a video out, Scott on Wonders World. Put a video up. He just said, let's do this, let everybody, open to everybody. He put up the challenge. He went to Tesco's with £10 and just to find out the sort of beers you could get from Tesco's. Now, we don't really do sort of supermarket beers that much, do we? Don't really shout about it any more than we do mass market crap. But I thought it would be fun. I do wander down to Tesco's from time to time to see what the good beer is. My Tesco's is way the other side of town, so it's a bit of a walk. And hey, I need the exercise, so I went over there. And I've done quite well. I got 6 beers for a tenner, which I didn't think was too bad. And they weren't all terrible, like, you know, mass market beers. There was a decent bit of it. Obviously, the video's up on YouTube. There was a strawberry fruity, so a strawberry beer that was quite good, and a couple of craft cans. So I've done all right for me, 10 or 6 beers. Funny enough, these were in, because I've got these in my Tesco Metro. If I'd done it in Tesco Metro, this is all I would have got. And some San Miguel and some Old Speckled Hen or something. But these were in a deal at Tesco's, 3 for a £5. So got 6 beers that way. But I did also pick up that one, which was on Scott's list. That I've always seen Friends' kind of Weiss beer, so I might have a little bit of that. It feels a bit better than this. Hey, Irish craft beer guy. Hi, Thomas. Yeah, James is in and out. Closest thing to beer he has tonight is a cup of Darkwood's Magic Rock Barrel Aged Common Grounds coffee. Well, fair enough. I see. That was leading. I thought he was going to say like coffee stout, but no, yeah. Yeah, so I've done that video up, and thanks to Scott. Massive shout out to Scott for sharing it. Whacked up over 100 views, got up to about 116 views. I think it's my second IS video, and the fourth IS video on the channel. Not quite beating the week before last week. I did mention it on last week's show, but I did a little thing about the announcement that John at Lord's Brewing came out with last week about because I annoyed him by putting him in second place as Brewer of the Year to Turning Point. He did say, and then he said it again during the week last week to Mark. He's going to put a beer in the brew schedule, a stout, and call it Disco Made Me Do It. Video. I put me suit on and done it as a breaking news video. Again, big shout out to John for enjoying the comedy value of it and sharing it on his YouTube. And it's currently up at 125 views, which doesn't sound a lot, but that's the third highest views on our channel. On our little channel, got us a few extra subscribers. So thanks to everybody who liked it. Thanks to everybody who commented, and thanks to everybody who subscribed. Do you know what the two bigger videos on our channel is, apart from those two? So they're the fourth and the third. Do you know what the second and the first is?
Yeah, it's Rasco Learns to Pour, and it's Bermondsey Beer Mile.
Yeah, spot on, sir. Bonus points to you.
It's got my name on the can, so I better know these things. I like my stats. Stats is how you run the world. Hi, lads.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Irish Craft has got a vocational honeycomb chocolate stout of the way next week. Hey, Shark is drinking some bourbon Guinness thing. Do you know anything about that over in Ireland? Steve, hello. Humble respect to you, sir. Much love and respect. John is a legend. Oh, Mark. Hello, Mark. How you doing?
Hey,
good to you. Hiya, Mark.
Good stuff.
So, I think I was watching on YouTube, and I had some intermittent breaks. I'm pretty sure Crumbly Beard, John, and Paul and Mark are going for the longest stream ever. I think they're warming up to do the longest streaming panel ever.
Well, John's already got that with the 24-hour live, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Steve's also got that as well. But I think they're going to do it together, and I'm pretty sure he goes, every time I turn on YouTube, there they are. There you go. I mean, only matter of time until they put Rupert Murdoch out of business, unfortunately. But yes, this beer continues to be crap. I'm just going to report as it goes down. As you should do with a beer review, as it goes down and down and down. Yep, it continues to be crap. In fact, it's giving me a headache.
I get a little kind of like a Hefeweizen-y, banana-y kind of thing off the back of it. I don't say it's crap. It's all right. It's nothing special. Not even at 3 for a £5. I'm not going to be rushing out anytime soon. Not when on 3 for a £5 there's Weiss beers and Pilsners on the rack. So. Yeah, it's all right. I don't know, if I was like having an Indian meal at home, I'd probably grab a couple or whatever. But I mean, you don't really. Do you see it that much in Indian restaurants? It's more going to pub, and it's more Kingfisher and stuff in pubs. There's another one as well. What's the other one in restaurants rather?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I will say this: I had to go to. One Waitrose, one Tesco's, and on my third, a couple off licenses, and my third Sainsbury's, I found a Cobra.
Really? Like I say, I got it in the Tesco's Metro, the tiny one. I thought you would have. Did you get the one in the High Street line?
Yeah. No. I don't know where. There probably is one. I think it's near West Croydon.
Yeah.
And I went all the way to East Croydon Station. There's my third miniature Sainsbury's, and there it was. Was on a way to a unique off license I haven't been to years. They usually have some really good stuff. Hello, Bomb Craft Beer. Hello everyone, by the way. Yeah, I'm wearing this hat because I've just rushed in from my garden, by the way, if anyone asks.
I'm wearing this hat because I was
yeah.
But I tell you what, you might have to do with this. It'd be good to just mix it with some lemonade.
I'm pretty sure it's got lemonade in it already.
Else, yeah. James is back. Greetings.
He's back. I think he's trying to log into this show via his laptop.
Okay.
And you can't.
Not going to work, mate, no.
Nope.
It's mobile only, and I'm afraid we tried that one, and it didn't work for us. It didn't even work for Crumbie, and he knows all about tech and shit, so, yeah, mobile only, which, go on then, grumble about Instagram again, Rasco, try and get us kicked off Instagram.
Well, no, I'm not going to repeat the same joke again and again every week. I think Instagram is fully. Well, I'm probably not aware of my misgivings, but there have been recent complaints about Instagram, complaining, that they are, taking down craft beer content. If anyone out there watching this and knows anything about this, please let us know. Jim it goes back to, I had a moan about it last year when I was talking about the competitions, and I used to do like the weekly stuff, who's got a competition out at the moment I've entered, but when we used to see it and it used to come out, and you remember I always say to you, this brewery, you say this brewery's followed us, and I'm like, no mate, there's an extra I or an extra E in it, and there's all those fake accounts going about. And my big grumble about that is you can't complain to Instagram about it properly. It won't let you link the actual brewery. They won't do any complaints, and as Mark found out last week, they haven't got a really decent complaints procedure if your account goes. There's no one you can speak to. I was listening to John on a stream yesterday, and he was saying about how he got a call from Meta, or Facebook as it used to be, who owned them both, and he was saying about, all they want is your money. So if you're not paying them to promote, if you're not paying them to promote your stuff, you're promoting it yourself. They're not making any money, so they're not. So I know. Certainly, I've seen posts this week from Brew York, who tried to do a competition. I've seen there's a competition I did called Beers of USA, who had to put it up 3 times, and they just keep taking down beer posts, but they won't tell the people why. There's no communication. It's like if they've got a genuine problem, if they genuinely think like you're promoting like heavy drinking, or I mean maybe it's just promoting alcohol, but that's what advertising does. But as John said, if it's not them promoting it, they're not interested, because I mean we get a fair bit, promote this post for 10 quid or whatever, and we're like, no, it's really promoted, so I don't think, obviously, even though, as I say, last week we passed 700 followers, we're probably not quite big enough, but I say Mark had trouble, so maybe that's do we vote with our feet? Is this the time to take the show over to YouTube? And I know you always go on to me about that, and is this the time? Do we vote with our feet and go to YouTube? Well, I'm all for honouring a referendum, to be honest.
Well, I mean, a lot of people on YouTube and streams when I was on the other day said, yeah, go and do it. It may be, I don't know, maybe we give it a go. Maybe we're at that point now with people on YouTube will see us and come and watch. I don't know, mate.
Let us know in the comments. I know 2 people who regularly follow, well, at least 3 people who are watching right now, Lucas, Nat, and Lucas. Oh, hello.
There he is.
I didn't invite them.
You just click the button, I think, mate.
I didn't invite you on. How did you get on here? It's good to see you. Oh, hello.
That's so funny. We just saw this big.
Rask, you've just invited us in.
Is that my...
How did I do that? I didn't do that.
I don't know. Well, basically what happened is like a little flash up came up and said like, you know, do you want to promote this? Do you want to push it out there? And
For free.
and then we hit the button because we thought, well, look, let's promote it, let's push it out there. And all of a sudden we're here. You know, we're live.
Well, welcome along anyway.
Yeah. Are you drinking any good beer or anything tonight?
No, I mean, I'm afraid we're both drinking vodka tonight. So yeah, there is no good beer. But listen, we are not going to hijack your show because this is.
I just don't know how to get out of here. But...
This is a we're gonna find an elegant way of backing out of this. But listen, thank you for the humour, for the enjoyment that I've certainly had over the lockdown period with you boys, and the education. In fairness, because you know I've enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, thanks. we might be leaving Instagram, so come join us on YouTube sometime.
I think that's a good move. I think it's all a bit messy on here, to be honest. There's accounts getting copied, nothing gets done about it. You know, genuine businesses are like losing out because some people are catfishing them, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Absolutely.
Anyway.
Have a good one, boys.
Duck out.
Take care.
See
Bye. Yeah.
Well, that's a lovely little surprise. Well, it does. When you come in, like when I come in, it obviously it gives you the opportunity. Anybody who comes into a stream, it has a little bar. You might not see this, obviously, like being host, but it comes up with a little bar applied to join the show. So anybody can ask whether you happen to then hit the screen when you're scrolling on the comments. You might just hit accept. So that's not fun. Everybody's welcome.
My comments is frozen. In fact, I can't do anything. So maybe I press something.
Yeah, so mine. James Brownswell says go to YouTube.
Yep, there you go.
Brownswell on his phone. Yeah, we can hear you, Brownswell. Are you there, sir? Are you there?
I can't. I'm not going to try and invite her. I don't know. I might be inviting it. God knows who next. Anyway, well, this is a delightful random show, which is late. I apologise. I had a medical problem, which is why I'm taking this very crap beer slowly. Yes, highly crap. Let's pour it down.
I also think that's good because you're doing it in a tasting glass. I think that does change the demographic of it. I think because mine looks kind of all right. I mean, it's probably colder than yours, and it's got a reasonable. Well, obviously the head's going to dissipate. Don't know.
I'm doing it in my my pig's ear half glass. It's not that good for tasting, in fact, unless it's for psychological things. If I brought out my London Craft Beer Festival glass for taster, I think this beer will go from crap to dog shite.
Yeah, it's got a bit of an aftertaste coming now. There's more like kind of, don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway, you did some news segments this week. You've done very well this week. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good. That video even impressed me. You know.
There you go. That's high praise indeed.
Yeah.
Got a few more lines. We shall see how it goes from here on in.
But on the Twitter sphere, I've been talking to all sorts of people. I've been speaking to Matt Curtis, and I brought his book this week. Roger Proltz.
Nice.
Everyone. Yeah, it's all been nice. And then we had a bit of a chat with where you started a chat with Johnny Garrett about intellectual property. Something's going on in the beer world regarding intellectual property, and then it awoke Brad Evans. I asked a question about the t-shirts, and it awoke Brad Evans. Brad Evans never gets on Twitter, but hey, there you go.
Well, yeah, because he does a lot of the design work, doesn't he? Yeah, so I had to discuss. Well, Johnny put something on there about intellectual property theft, and I don't know if you saw, because I kind of missed it, but there was a couple this week, and obviously, like there was a few beers that came out, and a lot of people were like, I don't know about that. There was a Vault City up in Edinburgh, who've made a few waves recently with all their sours and their bottles, putting 2 bottles into Tesco. I nearly bought a Vault City sour on the Tesco challenge. It was £3, and I would have ended up with something like Banks's bitter at 89p to make up the tenner, so I didn't do it. But they brought out an Iron Brew sour. Now, it's not the first people to bring out an Iron Brew sour. Exhale in London have got one, and it was quite decent, actually. I've seen 1 or 2 others about. But what Vault City did, they've got into cans for this first time. So they put it in a 440 can and made the can wrap orange with a blue stripe to make it look like an Iron Brew bottle. It's kind of, I think they can use the name Iron Brew because there's, on the Exhale one, there's something called Iron Brew Extract. So that's I don't think Iron Brew must not be a copyright, must not be IP theft. There was also, last week, a certain Welsh brewery that we generally don't talk about that much anymore, brought a set of 4 beers out, all of which were sailing very, very close to the IP property theft thing. The most noticeable one was one in an energy IPA, I think it was, and it came out in very, very close to Red Bull colours. So
I had it this afternoon. It was given, it was given to me for free. Sampling at the Art and Crafts. Oh, yeah. I tried, and I was there, and they opened up the can and they split it between us. And all I can say is about it is from Tiny Rebel, and we all agreed it's nice. I mean, there is nothing special about it. What we agreed on, or this is my suggested theory, is that this beer, it's good. I mean, they've done a lot better, like Glitch and whatever. It's pale. They know it's average. They know it's average. So they've come up with some Brewdogian marketing scheme to just put this out there, cause some trouble, get some hype, make some sales. They've made an average beer and put some clever marketing on it. S43, their new can range, is hitting on Quality Street. This Brewdogian marketing approach. Nat, who was just on here, she's a marketing guru. She could probably give us some ideas and feedback on what the whole thing is. But there you go. But yeah, please continue. So that's my thing about that. So yeah, you're talking with Johnny about that.
Yeah, well, so I said, I couldn't resist popping a little comment on, because he basically said that he doesn't really care about IP theft from like big companies, because they can effectively afford it. It's when you get the little companies that other companies or bigger companies try and rip stuff off the smaller companies, kind of thing. A bit of leveling up. And a bit of a jokey comment. I think he got the humour. I said to him, I've got a whole metric tonnage of questions about IP theft, referring to a beer he did with Glen Affric the year before last, just at the beginning of lockdown, called Metric Tonics, which was a close to the wind rip-off of Tonics caramel bars. Remember the caramel wafer bars, not the tea cakes?
Yep.
And they put it in a yellow... in a yellow and like pinky red can. That was, I mean, the wafers are kind of gold and red, so they had yellow. It was close. Their aspect of it was a lot of people ripping off chocolate bars and beers, just bunging a load of cocoa or chocolate or stuff in it. They did it without any adjuncts. It was purely on the malts. They put like a metric ton of malt in, like 9 different malts. It wasn't about. They did it live. I've never reviewed it because I bought 2 cans in the box. I've still got 1 can in the stash because at the time, Adam from Glen Affric was this beer, because there's so much malts in it. This beer will age. You can put the best before date was like October or something, but you can leave it. And they had a live just before Christmas, and I asked Johnny and I asked Glen Affric. I've still got a can of this. Probably the last person to have one in the wild, unless they've still got some at the brewery. I don't know how many other people have actually bothered to keep it. I mean, the only reason I've kept it is because I've got so much beer and I don't need to necessarily drink it. But I've been thinking about doing a video, but since I heard that they had a cease and desist on that beer, I'm like, oh, how am I going to get them into trouble? So I wanted to ask Johnny, probably going to be okay. To be fair, he took the comment really well. Like, I've got a metric ton of questions. He was like, oh yeah, fair point. It was close to the win. We had a cease and desist. So I said to him, if I do a video on it, will I get you into any trouble? And he's like, well, no, not really, because it's the original batch. The thing with a cease and desist is, as long as you cease, they desist from bothering you. And so if there's references to it later on, it's the original batch, but they've stopped brewing it and haven't done it. So. I did have a thing. I had a thought that they put some away in barrels and they were going to barrel age and bring out again. But I remember Johnny saying at the time they knew they had to be very careful because Tunnocks didn't want to collab or do anything about it for whatever reason. So they had to be very careful. And they said they thought they'd got it on the right side of any cease and desist, but it turns out they didn't make a big deal of it. They didn't let anybody know, but a little bit later on, like I say, back end of last year when they did the live, it kind of slipped out. So Johnny did say, he said, oh, I think we could have done the marketing on that a bit better. But I said, I thought they got it on. It was close enough without being, exact. They didn't use gold like on the bars. But so at some point, I've got a video to bounce off of them when I'd actually do a very rare beer tasting of the metric Tunnocks and see if it still holds up. I think it's probably a year past best before end now, but it should be okay. So hopefully, maybe I might do that next week or the week after if I get a chance.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. It was all a very, very good chat. And the Craft Beer Channel is doing a collab, or it was in talks of a collab with Bin Day Brewery, roasted by Robbie Knox and some other guy, I forget his name. Well, here's the thing. Now, I may have played a part in this morning. This is developing news. Yeah. Bin Day Brewery say they are the first YouTubing commuting brewery.
Right.
And I kind of went, I don't think you are. So I may have popped on the message to John, and then John goes, hang on, that's all right. That's good, you do something. I said, no, I've got things to do. He puts a message on Twitter, and I follow up and say, hey, fully love you all, but hang on, I think Lords have got a point here. Look forward to what you're doing next. Anyway, that's quite interesting. That there's a lot of collab, lots of stuff happening on the Twitter sphere. I mean, I'm quite impressed how much Twitter action I've had this week. Yeah, so Bin Day Brewery.
I missed that bit. It depends on what the wording actually was, like, because obviously Robbie Knox says I've stopped watching TV. I didn't really catch. He was on like Soccer AM or something, and I don't really remember him on there. And then he obviously done some stuff on YouTube, but I've only really seen him since he's done the Bin Day Brewing stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, he set up a new YouTube channel for that.
Yeah,
I remember when he kicked it off. I met him actually very briefly at London Craft Beer Festival. I said, "Oh yeah, Bin Day," because I couldn't remember his actual name. I said, "Yeah, Bin Day." Just had a chat. Told him who it was. He goes, "That's great. I'll look you up." Yeah. I'll look you up. He's a bit like James Bransford, to be fair, in some ways, but hyper. He's a hyper James Bransford. It's the best way to say it. But sorry if we can't invite you on. Something's going wrong with Instagram. Surprise, surprise. There you go. So, yeah. So there you go. I think
you come up with the invite again. I think.
Well, I'm afraid who I might be inviting now. I mean, I'm afraid to touch the screen. Might self-destruct my phone. So yeah, there's a little bit of a chat going on with that. And also, I noticed on Instagram and Twitter from Matt Curtis from Craft Pinup Girl. I'm going to probably get that wrong again. Sorry.
Craft Pinup.
Yep. And Matt Curtis on Twitter. Yep. There is a BBC documentary on the Scottish brewery.
There is, yeah. Is it Friday or something, isn't it?
I don't think it's until the 24th of this month, but I think I suspect Twitter will come and in social media will come alive that night.
Yeah.
We shall keep you posted. Well, or not. We'll just let everyone else keep you posted. We'll have a laugh about it. Anyway. I shall now not drink any more of that crap.
I can see your point, mate. It's because it's a 620 bottle. If it was a half the size bottle, you might be all right with one. But it does go off onto sort of a fade into a sort of chemically kind of, yeah, like I say, if you've got some good curry with it, it would be all right, maybe. But or any kind of, something you don't have to think about beer, I suppose. But yeah.
Let me be honest. Yeah, well, let me be honest. As a beer, right, it's not repulsive, this. I mean, I'm not spitting it out. It just tastes of fuck all to me. And I'm swearing. I don't swear much.
It's just mass market beer, just for like people who want to drink and don't really think about it. I mean, it's all right. It's okay. It's nothing great.
Yes, have some Cobra at the Cobra party. You know, on the Instagram promo, I put up Only Fools and Horses song.
Yeah.
On it. Yeah, I just thought that was appropriate. Fucking con jobs. Oh God. Right, I'm drain pouring this.
You got anything to wash it down with and get the taste out of your mouth?
Yeah, I do. I have we're wild beer milk millionaire.
Millionaire? Oh dear, I haven't had a millionaire for a long time.
Yeah, excuse me. Keep talking. I can hear you.
Go for it. Yeah. I tell you what, I think that's probably the first drain pour we've had on the show in 76 episodes, maybe.
Yep.
I don't remember anything that terrible.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. I mean, I only had one. I think I only had one drain pour last year. I had a couple that were pretty terrible, and I just chucked some spirits into it and some fruit juice and made it a cocktail. Mind you, I had some big beers that were good in cocktails as well. I haven't developed the beer cocktail thing, so I've got to look into that. I've got some stuff in the fridge to go into beer cocktails. I did do a beer cocktail with the apple juice and the Turning Point's yellow matter custard, but it didn't really work out on the edit, so I've never brought that out. And since I shaved, it didn't really look right.
Yeah.
But we were hoping James was going to come on and talk about mixing beers, like beer cocktails. Well, not beer cocktails, but mixing beers. But I think his technology has let him down.
Oh, technology on what platform?
I don't know. No, Brussels back. Yay! You're coming on, sir.
It's my thing's completely frozen. All it says is Lucas 82 is joined, and that's it. I can't scroll up, so sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, here goes this. I'll be honest. I get this from Waitrose. I quite like it. I like the fact that it's there. I like this. I think this is my favourite wild beer. In all honesty, because all their other stuff is just not doing it for me. Trillionaire is good.
Lockdown, which I keep saying is last year, but it's the year before now. I thought I was going to get through lockdown on that stuff just by going to Waitrose once a month and stocking up and some other bits and bobs. And I haven't really done it. I say I haven't had one for a while. Like every time I go to Waitrose, there's some other stuff. But Brownsville sent a link, so I don't know if it will pop up or not.
I can't see anything. Sorry.
Now scroll your messages up.
I can't. Nope, it's frozen completely. It is frozen. I can't even type a message to everyone. In fact, I'm wondering if I can even end the show. Let's see. I'll play with this button.
Okay, cheers. Jamie Reviews is in.
Oh, that's nice. Hi. How you doing, pal? No, all of my buttons are frozen. In fact, I'm wondering if the X in the corner, this might be the longest Instagram show. But no, you can only do Instagram shows for 4 hours.
Wow.
So let's go on for 4 hours. Let's see how that goes. Jojo the cat also, he kept on trying to follow me out when I was going to do this in the garden before my guts decided to kill me.
Yeah,
I probably shouldn't be drinking.
like she's on the. I put the heating on, so she's on the windowsill because it's nice and warm there. But Jojo kept on trying to follow me out, so it probably wasn't a good idea. But, oh God, shouldn't be drinking this, but this is delightful. Yes, absolutely. Honestly, it's my favourite wild beer. It's not beer of the year, though. Wasn't it a nomination of yours? It was the year before last, I think. Yeah, it was 2020.
It's not bad on cask, to be fair. I will give it that. I've had it twice on cask. Once at the Wild Green Dragon, and once at that place in Kentish Town, not Southampton Arms.
The pineapple?
Definitely not the pineapple. Near the pineapple, head down the road from the pineapple. Oh God, that's gonna be... That's it. Yeah. So you may not have been on cask in Rosencairn. It might have just been on tap, but definitely on cask in Dragon. But yes.
Craig asks, US go Brew London this year?
I have been offered a ticket.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I have said, if you can get me one, I'll be very grateful. So, I might be. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to be doing this year. Are you going to be there, Craig? Because I can't read comments. I've got a secretary tonight. How was your show last night anyway, Craig? Sorry I couldn't join you. I was in bed. But anyway, yeah. What else has been happening in the world? Nothing. Nothing has been happening in the world. Oh, God. So, tell me a joke, come on.
Well, I tell you what. I'm just trying to check where James is trying to get in.
There's no way to let him in because I can't let him in because everything is frozen.
We've been doing quite well with jokes on several of the live streams. I don't know if you've seen him. There's a guy called Slurpy Dave over in the Isle of Man. He's usually in John streams, but he's been on a couple of others as well. And he'll just bounce in with some really high quality dad jokes, and I tend to bounce off him with my own high quality dad jokes, as you know how terrible my jokes are. But I normally only do it in response to his one, so I just do other jokes that he's done. I've got some terrible dad jokes for you.
Go for it.
No, these are terrible. I tried to reset my password the other day, but I used beef stew and it said it wasn't strong enough. Apparently, also can't use Fortnite as a password. It's too weak. That's about the best I've got. Yeah. The others are quite frankly terrible, to be honest. What has a bed you can't sleep in? A river. What creature is smarter than a talking parrot?
Rascal.
A spelling bee. Yeah. So what I should do, what I intend to do, is write down some of Slurpy Dave's. If I can capture them and write them down, I can get a nice little joke. But I don't know where he gets his joke books from, by the way. That's quite a good channel as a shout out, to be fair. He does He's on the Isle of Man, which is quite an enclosed little unit, really, and they've got some good beers and some good pubs on there. I think it's got 4 or 5 breweries on the island, and a little bit of stuff anywhere near the sort of amount we do. So here we go. James is in. The guy who invented the password died the other day.
I've heard this one.
Yeah. His funeral was full of special characters. Like it.
Yeah. Here's a joke. Aston Villa drew with Man United, come back 2-0 down.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
I tell you what. You can't even. I tell you what, right? Can you see? Can you get on the top of the screen? No. On the top of the screen, can you see the bit that says Rasco and Disco beer reviews and Disco does the gram?
No, I can see Rasco and Disco ... and pointy arrow down.
Right, well, click on the pointy arrow and it will tell you who's in the stream.
No, can't do it. Not responding.
Fucking hell.
Yep. I'm touching all sorts. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's going to blow up and I'm going to invite the wrong people again, apparently.
Well, no, because there's only Craig and James in now, so...
Really? Because it still says 6 people up on mine.
Oh, well, then your thing has completely frozen then, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, frozen out. This is going to go on forever. Actually, that might prove a problem. Because at the end, it may not transfer onto the grid. It just might disappear. We can download it and transfer it, but we won't have a nice, pretty picture at the end of it. So, is this the Promulfinate Instagram show? Find out next week. Dun, dun, dun.
It might not be the penultimate, it might be the last.
Yes. I'm just trying to use dramatic wording. I don't know. I'm running out of content.
One second. Let's see what happens if I do this. Bear with me a sec. If I do that, I might not get back in again.
This must be great on playback. Honestly. Oh God.
Well, maybe I can do it now, so I can just cut half the crap out, maybe. But I don't. We put this up on YouTube. If you're still watching on YouTube, if I put this up on playback during the week, and you are still watching, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, because we've got nothing to give you tonight. Or today. I might actually start doing.
Well,
on YouTube.
Maybe we've been talking about it for so long. Craig asks, is YouTube going to be the new home? Well, it may be. Well, we were saying earlier, Craig, about boycotting Instagram because they've been mugging off brewery accounts. They've been shutting down accounts. So maybe we should.
I'm not going to boycott Instagram. They're going to have to do a lot more.
Oh, not completely. No, just the lives, you know.
Yeah, they do a few reels and a few things. But if this is true that they are making it hard for commentators of beer and breweries to just do their thing, I will actually. I won't boycott it, but I will lodge a complaint. In honesty, and they can just ignore it, and then I'll lodge another one. Then I'll ignore it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Rasco. What we can do, if you can find out if you can go out, right, and if it all dies, come back in again, because then you'll be able to invite people in, right, and we'll do the little bit at the end. Because when I put it up on YouTube, I can just segue it together. I can just sew it together and put it up, and nobody will notice, apart from the fact I've just said this bit.
Well, yes, we could do that. What's the time? How long have we been going for?
Well,
we started late.
We started about 10:30.
Yes, we did. All right. Well, Okay. So I'm going to end this now.
Okay.
Hopefully not ending it.
Thanks to everybody who has watched, and thanks to everybody who's watching again on replay if you are, and if you are watching on YouTube. Well, if you are watching on YouTube, stick around because I'll segue the next bit in. Hopefully, I'll sew it together. But thanks so much, everybody. Hopefully, Jim, stick around. Craig, stick around. We'll try and go live again and see if we can do the end bit of the show.
Yeah, we'll try.
Go for it.
I actually can't. I can't turn off. I cannot even end it. That's just fantastic. Thank you, Instagram. You are shit. All right, let's see what I can do. All right, I'll get to see and try and end this, huh?
Yeah.
Nope, that's not ending. That's not ending it. Okay, now I can remove you. I'm going to remove you. See what happens here. Bye. And no, that's just frozen. See, you're at the bottom of my screen, just frozen. That's done nothing. Right. Right. No. Press. Am I still transmitting? Live? I'm live again. Yes. See how this is going. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm just going to talk. I'm just drinking. You know, that's what I do. My name's Rasco of the Rasco and Disco Beer Show. It's a continuation of our Saturday show because we've had so many technical problems. Instagram, I think you've sealed your own fate. And oh, hi, James Bransell. How are you? No requests. There you go. I'd invite James Bransell. There you go. Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. For Kent Beer Reviews, just joining. I'm not Disco. I've temporarily been me. Hello. Oh, hello.
Hello.
So we wait for Disco to rejoin us. As I'm also sporting my hat.
Oh, great. I was going to do this live from my garden because it was a garden party or a meeting of some sort. I don't know, really. You know, not really sure what it was, you know. But I had to run in because I started to feel very bad pains in my stomach, and we'll leave it at there. And that's why we started half an hour late. I've had a Cobra, you know, because
I've been watching the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. That was only today.
Yes, that was just a few moments ago.
Yes, indeed.
Tech failed you. I've been waiting to open these beers.
Well, open them.
Well, I was going to wait till Disco came back on.
Well, I've sent him a message saying we're live. I'm not sure, but maybe he's in the comments. Maybe it's all freezing. I think it's freezing up for me again. I mean, you know, I had to turn this off by literally turning off my phone. It kept transmitting.
Oh, have you got me again?
No, I've got you. You're still here.
Okay, good.
I think I can invite Kent Beer Review on. He's quite a nice chap. You've never met him, but he's a nice chap. But yeah.
I'm going to get open these beers.
Please
we were going to be talking about blended beers. That was the idea. And so here in front of me, we have the latest offerings. So Black Cloak is my local brewery here in Colwyn Bay, North Wales, and they recently did a pair of collabs with Wild Horse, which is over in Llandudno, producing two beers, as you can see here. The Boardwalk DIPA, which weighs in 8.4%,
Oh God.
and the Bijou table beer 2.9.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Yeah, it was, but it was Max at Black Cloak. Oh, yeah. So yeah, it was Max at Black Cloak who suggested blending the two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do this for you right now.
Very good. Oh, that's very good.
Eh? So this, right now, where can I put this bloody camera? That's nowhere near right, is it? Oh, riveting content this, isn't it?
Mm.
Right. Let's go for the.
And we're about to be joined by Disco Does Graham.
Aha.
Or he. Oh, we're joined by an empty room. There you go. We're joined by an empty room. There we go.
All right, gents. I bought me beers. So is this a party or a business meeting?
It is a meeting of a party.
I know I did that joke at the start of the first show, but this is a different show, so I thought I'd do it again just to fucking fuck with you.
If this is a different show, I don't even know what day it is now. I think that the other show is lost forever, which is a shame.
I didn't. Well, I did go briefly into the. I was briefly in as Rasco and Disco, but I was requesting to join as Rasco and Disco, but it wouldn't let me. So.
No, you can't do that.
Well.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep this on now. Actually, I'm quite comfortable. Right,
fair enough.
Hello, thank you. I see you've got a pair of beers there. I did hear that as I came in, but carry on, sir.
Right. So the DIPA has gone in first. Now topping up with the table beer. Now maybe I should. Bear with me.
Yay.
So the Bijou table beer on its own is an absolute beaut. It's very smooth. It's a pale ale. It's a pale like thing. It's not too fruity. It's not too hoppy. It's just a very nice sessionable beer. At 2.9. Now the Boardwalk. You know when you have some beers that are quite strong and they don't taste strong at all and you think, I can drink this all day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't one of those. this is one where you think, well, actually that's got a bit of a kick to it. That's yeah. So I'm going there. So having blended the two, so yeah, having blended the two, we're left with something that's smooth and strong. It's polished off the rough edges from the Boardwalk DIPA, and it's given the Bijou table beer a bit of a kick. And it's yeah. So
That's often the problem.
I've never been much of a fan of blending beers before, but I know you have, Disco, from the Thornbridge days.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, the strawberry ice cream porter and the salted caramel ice cream porter, the Lucaria. Done one or two since.
The dessert beers.
Yeah. And they were excellent. Basically, 2 bits of a dessert. You've still got a dessert beer, just with more flavours. But table beer and DIPA, it's sort of, I suppose, like you say, it just averages both of them out a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's true that there are plenty of nice middle strength, hazy IPAs on the market, and you don't need to create a new one by spoiling 2 good beers. I can see that being a fair argument, but
yeah. But if they work together, why not?
And yeah, Claire, my wife, is a fan of table beers, but I like something a bit stronger. So we're going to bring a couple home and going to drink them separately. You may as well drink them together.
Well, yeah, but then you still get 880 millilitres of liquid, so still got 240.
That is the only downside of blending 2 halves together, is that you have to have 2 of them.
Oh no, what a shame.
What a shame. So yeah, I'm having 2 of these very lovely beers this evening.
The other thing, maybe a little bit of a challenge for you, the other thing I did do with blending beers was not necessarily blending the beers, but I made them into beer cocktails away last year, and I did put a couple of videos up. Right. I've been meaning to do it again. Well, I get a beer that's mostly I did it to use up like the ghosts that had gone past like best before. They were still perfectly fine, but I sort of did like amaretto sour type cocktails where I'd put a shot of amaretto, well, a glug of amaretto because I was pouring them myself, and some other either fruit juice or something, and then top them up with a beer. Usually a ghost. I mean, I did one last year that I had when I got the apples off the old apple tree. I make a load of apple juice, so it's quite sweet but also quite tart. And I put that together with Turning Point's Yellow Matter custard, a custard pale ale.
Yep.
So I got like with amaretto. So like I got like apple pie and custard kind of cocktail, beer cocktail.
Okay.
So if that gives you any ideas, if you've got any ideas for putting beers and spirits, then I'm all in for that as well. I also made a Bloody Mary. I also made a Bloody Mary with a tomato ghost and some rhubarb vodka, ginger vodka.
I made I think it's called a blood shot. A bull shot. A bull shot.
Buckshot.
But a variation on it. Bullshot is a Bloody Mary, but instead of tomato juice, you use like a beef soup. So I substitute that with a Bovril.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And clamato, clam and tomato juice stuff. Half and half of that. Yeah, that had a bit of kick to it. Not
you see
in any way a cocktail, but,
in that one I was talking about, the tomato ghost was from Perivet, just up the road for here, and they did a clamato sour, a clamato ghost, where they bunked some shellfish in oil for the tomato sour and made a clam and tomato sour, which was actually really nice. I was a bit surprised. I didn't realise clamato was actually a thing. But
yeah,
they made
it's an American thing, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a thing.
Right, I finally made it all the way through this bottle of Cobra, so I'm going to have a proper beer next. The other thing I want to say, James, is it's nice to see the old facial features back, sir. It's doing well after our last decades on this channel.
It is freezing in my house. Adam, my old friend Adam, who you both know, came over yesterday. Yeah. And afterwards I said to him, I was going, so as an independent, you're not used to it, whatever, you just come in. How cold is it in the house? And it is, to be totally honest with you, quite comparable to outdoors. So, yeah.
It's also fair play.
I haven't got the fire going today.
You shouldn't really be drinking dippers. You should be drinking some nice, warm and toasty imperial heavy adjunct stout.
I was sitting out here in the kitchen where I blended the beer. The heater's on in this room. What am I doing?
Well, being asked by Siren Dima, hello, when am I growing a beard? I've got a beard. I'm emulating one of my musical heroes, Huey Morgan. It's my Huey.
I was going to say, that I was particularly admiring the stash. This is,
there you go.
This is really coming on. I know you've got coming on around here as well, but
yeah, I'll tell you what. Talking about big stouts. I've had this in the stash a while. I got this because we was doing sort of supermarket big stuff this week. That's Buxton Costa Rican coffee extra porter. That's pretty fucking good, to be honest with you.
When is Siren Dima going to grow a beard?
I'll tell you what.
Gee.
All right, so it's 7.4%. I picked this up in one of the supermarkets last year. I think it was Morrison's. And I swear down it was 97p on reduced. And I wish I'd got some more. I really wish I'd got some more. Because that's a £5 beer right there in a supermarket. That's how to do a coffee porter, that. And I've actually got I've got some Black Cloak and White Horse coffee stouts, I think, in the cupboard still to do from when you was on last time, James. But that from Buxton, I don't get too much from Buxton because I think they're usually overpriced and overhopped. But that is over lovely, to be honest with you.
They're doing a collab with Brew York.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fun original.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a high bar tonight to follow the Cobra, but that's a really nice strong porter, that is.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Upstairs in my stash, I've got a vocational beer, which is collab with Brew York as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to have that. But yeah.
I'm a big fan of vocation.
Yeah, I like them as well. I met one of their team at Brew York. I don't really remember meeting her. Lovely lady, apparently, Rebecca. Went on live on a YouTube stream with them, but I don't remember. But yeah.
Ever jump.
Yes, ever.
You meant to say it had a great time. She's fantastic. I don't remember being on the TV, being on the stream.
No,
anyway.
Well, I'm just speaking honestly. If you watch the stream, you'll see why.
Good show, good stuff.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, anyway, I'm running out of my Millionaire, my favourite wild beer thing. All right, here's the question: what does that say about wild beer? That their best beer they produce is a core range beer, and everything else they do is just way too experimental for my palate. What does that say?
I think that says that's why it's a core beer.
I think it might say more about you than it says about them.
Yeah, that's what I think so.
I think that's why it's a core beer. If it's that good, don't change it, don't mess about. They bring all the other stuff out, more small batch, more experimental, and whatever sticks. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to have this now. I've still got many of these left.
That's still, I think that was backwards.
St. Austell's Menadue Stout. A complex favorism. This is fucking gorgeous.
Little bit jealous, but yes, fair play. Well done, sir.
I got them for free as well.
I know.
Cool.
A whole box of them.
Good man.
A whole box.
I forgot you got that in the stash. You did say before Christmas. I forgot about that. So fair play.
I have not had a big boozy Christmas, so I've got an overflowing stash, which doesn't seem to be getting smaller. This is the most I've drunk for a while, right here tonight, and I mean I've had 5 beers, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is beer number 12 of this year.
That's very, abstemious of you.
Yeah, indeed. I'm counting how many beers I'm going to drink throughout the year. Yeah.
I know you want us to count. Lost count already, although they are recorded sort of somewhere. So.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily counting. I don't think that's a good idea.
Right.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay. I am. I'm on beer number 12. This is number 12. Hey, say hello to Gorgeous. You know what? I would like to actually mix, if I had any of the wild beer, into this, because this could do with being a bit sweeter.
No, that's what I was going to ask you. What would you? What would be your ideal blends?
I did it only a couple of weeks ago when we did Night of the Chili Beer. There was a chili beer. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't that great. It was all fuzz, quite frankly. So I had a Siren Caribbean chocolate cake and I mixed it in. I think if you've got a chili beer, it needs to be balanced out with cocoa and caffeine.
That's a good
mix. Yeah.
I had one of those Siren. I mentioned Black Cloak. Black Cloak was one of the launch venues for the Siren chocolate cake series. Yeah, they did it. That's for Christmas. There's 4 of them. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I didn't go for them this year. I should have done probably, but yeah.
Yeah. On draft.
The one I should have done for blending last year, and I had enough of them to do it, and I never got round to it. And then I cracked a couple and realised but there's a set of 3 that Turning Point brought out. I mentioned it earlier. The yellow matter custard. They had yellow matter custard, pink matter custard, which was a pink lactose pale ale, I think, and a dark matter custard, which was a chocolate stout. And there was talk of putting all 3 together to get like a chocolate and raspberry custard donut kind of mix. And the only one I've got is the chocolate matter custard. So I never got around to blending. I wish I had now, to be fair.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. Any thoughts on the Northern Monk Black Forest Imperial Stout? I've not got hold of that one yet because I don't walk over to Morrison's enough. But have you tried that one?
No. I've not had it yet, but anything which says Black Forest Imperial Stout is going to probably be all right. Maybe even excellent.
Have any of you ever had anything bad from Northern Monk? Because I haven't. It's all really good.
Depends what you mean by bad, Jay.
Well, I've never had a bad experience.
Not necessarily, but I don't get a lot from Northern Monk, to be fair.
Every time I do, every time I see them, it's brilliant. I had one lunchtime today, in fact.
I've not had a huge amount.
I would put all the money in my pockets against all the money in yours that is going to be a lovely beer.
I'm not going to take that bet.
Absolutely. I will give you a couple of examples of a bad Northern Monk beer. Do you not remember the Seabrooks collab? The prawn cocktail crisp one and the cheese and onion crisp. I never did. I didn't do that. I didn't get mugged into that. I sort of wish I had, but I didn't.
I think I might have had a half somewhere. Possibly the Rake.
Okay.
Possibly.
Do you miss London life?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Let's face it,
I was
your
thinking-
lungs are a lot better off.
But there are 1,000 people living on my street in Walthamstow.
Yeah.
Here, there's us and the guys next door, and that's it. Look, we have got the brewery, of course. We've got my brewery just down the road. Right, we're just 50 yards away. It's on our little estate here. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Hi, food.
Hello, Saj. Hello, Saj. Welcome to the garden party meeting. Please take minutes. Anyone who is wanting to take minutes at this party meeting, feel free. We've just finished our Cobras because it is a Cobra meeting, so feel free.
Incidentally, do you know what the Cobra committee is named after?
A snake?
Yes, but go on.
The significance of Cobra.
I used to, but I can't remember. Go on.
I think it's emergency committee. You think sort of rapid response, something like exciting. No, it stands for Cabinet Office Briefing Room A.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
It's just the room in which they happen to meet, and so it's called Cobra. Can't you like a Cabinet Office Briefing Room? No, yeah.
Presumably, there's a Cobra as well. There's like a briefing room B that's something else.
Cobra.
So what happens? What happens in Cobra's Cobra Room Z? What does that look after? That looks after the length of candles or something, or
room, isn't it?
That's a good fun fact. I've forgotten. I knew it, but that's a good reminder. Cabin Office Briefing Room A.
That's
full of the facts up here, mate.
Oh, I bet. Anyway, yes, there was something else in the Twitter sphere. I had a chat with Rhythm Brews, told them about a pub, and told them why the 90s was so great. And also, Six Music did 90s Day on Thursday, which, to be honest, anyone who listens to Six Music knows that pretty much every day is 90s Day on Six Music.
Not quite, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but
was the 90s the best for music, or is it now?
So, I missed that, Dave. Disco.
Was the 90s the best for music, or is that like asking what's the best beer, what's the best decade for music? Is it now the best for music? There's some good music about now. You just don't necessarily. You have to find it.
The 90s, mate. The 90s. It all climaxed at the 90s. It all climaxed.
Everyone loves to re-listen to the music that was popular when they were 17, because it makes them remember being 17, and that's the same in any generation. Every time you go out, you might have a 90s night, or there might be 10 years ago there were 80s nights.
I will dispute that actually with fact, and you've gone round, spinning round. So fine. That makes me disputing my facts quite a bit easier because he keeps interrupting the stream, and he should know because he used to work in broadcast journalism. Only one person speaks at a time.
It's very difficult.
Yes, Sunil Dima has a point. Mortal Kombat soundtrack is brilliant. Yeah, he's gone. That's fine. He can rewatch my spiel in a moment. The 90s is when music from the previous decades, from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, all literally collided. The 90s is why we have such a eclectic state of taste right now to this age. We have a respect for dance, rock, hip hop, and so on and so on and so on now. where back then it was a little more tribal. If you look at the 90s, it also what was it good for music wise? Well, it was good for drum and bass, the rave era, the jungle era. It was good for techno. It was good for electronic. It was good for the grunge movement. It was good for the metal movement. It was good for funk and soul. Hey, do you remember Pavarotti in the Park? Come on. What decade is better than the 90s? Everything that's came after has been good. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate any decade of music. But the 90s is the climax of music. And on that note, I think I might fall asleep.
Fair play.
How's my ranting ability? I haven't done a good rant in a while. You know what? This might be my last rant on Instagram because I am so displeased with what it does.
Well, let's see what happens in the morning with what footage we've got left to put up on YouTube tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. It's got to be there in the archive. It normally does.
But that's just it. If we just walk with our feet, we won't have to do all of this downloading, editing and stuff. We can just go. Put up a few nice pictures on Instagram, say where we are, go watch us, and that's it. Job done.
Exactly. We also have to do more written beer reviews on Instagram because I've been quite lazy in the last week. So we'll get there, Rasco. It's all good fun. It's all about the beer.
Or do we? We can just put a picture. We can just put a picture up, say, read this, and no one reads it.
Well, there you go.
Just like the picture, please. Just like the picture, sir.
There you go. Yeah.
I feel I must.
Views off. I'm 3 views off, equaling on YouTube. Both videos having the same amount of views. The video has 123, and the breaking news video has 125.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
We shall see.
It's going. It's going to overtake.
Son says he appreciates the show and reviews, and love the 10 quid challenge. Thank you very much. I kind of enjoyed doing it. It was a good laugh. Seeing Mark out. It was more of a challenge than I thought when I'm standing in front of a rack of beers, going which ones, how much, trying to do adding all up and all stuff like that. So I got 6 half beers out of it, I think.
Yeah, no, that's good. But yeah, we're going to be moving the show off YouTube. That's it. No, I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck you, Instagram. You fucked up this show. And no, I'm serious. No, I'm done.
Instagram gonna hate you.
I don't care. It doesn't deliver on what it can. So therefore, it's done. Thank you for joining us, everyone, for this. It's been fun. We've got enough momentum now on it, YouTube, to keep going, and that's it. We're moved. We have moved. Bye-bye.
Indeed. Yes, and it was the old Wheelstone ground long time ago, almost before my time. Well, thank you, Sino, for going and watching that video. I assume if you've gone from the link from here, that's a good shout that at least somebody watches the stuff that we do from here. Fair play to you. If you're still watching on Instagram at this point, in whatever format it comes out next week, we thank you very much indeed. Do the likey, subscribe thing. Anything more, Rasco? Yes. Thank you. Massive thanks to James for popping in and telling us about his beers and his beer mixing stuff. Massive thanks to Craig from Kent Beer Reviews in the comments as well. Thanks for watching. I know you'll watch the stuff back as well. It's been a good week, by and large.
Yep. Yes, we will do the live show on YouTube from now on. That's it. Thank you for joining us, everyone, on our last Instagram show. Yes. Unless we get someone who insists on being interviewed on Instagram, then we will do it on Instagram.
We can still do a couple of random shows on Instagram. Why not? Fuck it. But yeah. Leave enough to lose control.
Indeed. Hi, Blue Nose, and bye, Blue Nose. Bye-bye.
Bye.